Hello, it's Peter Bradshaw here from The Guardian. Welcome back to this film review channel, providing, as ever, the marble-topped central island of criticism in the luxury kitchen of discourse. And I want to remind you real quick that on Thursday, the 26th of September, I'm reading from my new short fiction collection, The Body in the Mobile Library and Other Stories, at Waterstones bookstore in York. And this week, young people all over the country became emotional with the final countdown to online tickets becoming available.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Many people have actually asked, am I using dynamic pricing on this ticket website? I can assure you that the only dynamic thing is my prose. Channeling something from his big screen Richard III from almost 30 years ago, Ian McKellen now stars in The Critic and portrays an ageing chancer with reptilian malice and contempt for every single person he comes across. And no one, incidentally, keeps an unfiltered cigarette in the corner of his mouth with more style than McKellen. His character is a critic and therefore arrogant, spiteful, bad-mannered and unpleasant, who moreover abandons his much-vaunted integrity and objectivity when it suits him to salvage his career. Is this a documentary about my profession? Screenwriter Patrick Marber freely adapts the page-turning bestseller Curtain Call by the author and critic Anthony Quinn. Anand Tucker directs, and veteran theatre and film producer Bill Kenwright has indulgently brought this project to the screen.
Jimmy Erskine's never liked me.
Hold your breath, for here is theatrical sewage.
It's a disaster. You should talk to him.
Over the last 10 years, you've compared me to livestock, creatures of the sea, and an extinct bird. It's going to stop.
Oh, are you retiring? Tone it down. More beauty, less beast.
McKellen is Jimmy Erskine, a cantankerous and much-feared theatre critic in 1930s London, whose open, secret, nocturnal encounters in public parks with young men are beginning to discomfort his proprietor, Viscount Brooke, played by Mark Strong, who pompously announces his determination to make his publication Britain's foremost family newspaper. Erskine has an array of robust opinions about the theatre of the day, but screenwriter Marber refrains, perhaps because it would be too obvious, from giving Erskine some smirking opinions on young West End star John Gielgud, who was famously to be caught for an indiscretion of Erskine's sort 20 years later in the 50s. Erskine delights in giving cruel and terrible notices to leading lady Nina Land, played by Gemma Arterton, whose mum Annabel, played by Leslie Manville, is terribly worried about her. Nina is having an affair with Viscount Brooke's son-in-law, the fashionable portrait painter Stephen Wiley, played by Ben Barnes, whose wife Cora, Romola Garai, is an icy anti-Semite in tune with the upper class's Mosleyite mood. Meanwhile, Brooke himself neglects his wife Mary, played by an underused Claire Skinner, because he himself has a gloomy tendresse for Nina, which Erskine sees how he can exploit. Just about the only good person in this gallery of rogues is Jimmy's long-suffering amanuensis Tom, Alfred Tunner, a black man whom Jimmy actually defends against the swaggering racist black shirts in the street, a rare moment of decency on his part. It's a strange adaptation in many ways. Marber changes Quinn's original plot, keeping the characters but removing a storyline about a serial killer and reassigning the villainy, on a less obviously psychopathic level, to our hatchet-faced anti-hero. The effect is to make Erskine much nastier and theoretically removes the lovability from the lovable monster of the book. Yet the film has an odd tea-time glow of cosy crime sentimentality which deadens the effect, and this period drama can't quite bring itself to show that in the 1930s, murder was punishable by death. Ian McKellen himself overrides these concerns. His glorious star quality and dash make him the only possible casting. His importance is critical. And that's it. Please give this vlog a like and a share. Please subscribe and leave a comment. And if you haven't yet bought my book, The Body in the Mobile Library and Other Stories, well, look. This channel isn't about blame or pointing fingers. Let's just hit the reset button, morally. Whatever you've done or not done, I'm prepared to start again with a clean slate. So could you, for your part, go online and buy the book? It's the very least you can do. See you next week.